Hi, my name is Steven. Welcome to Vintage Camera Corner. On this YouTube channel, we talk about vintage gear. We talk about affordable gear. So if you're interested in topics about vintage gear, about Lightroom tutorials, about camera reviews, anything like that, please hit the like and subscribe button. Today, we're going to be talking about the Nikon D50. The Nikon D50 was released in 2005, 12 years ago. I did the calculations for the Nikon D50 and the 50mm 1.8D lens. It cost around $1,000. Now it would go for about $1,500 with inflation, maybe closer to $2,000. I got this with the lens from MPB for $94. That's crazy. That's so cheap. That's more than 10 times less the cost. Here's why this camera is great. It gives you a filmic look because of its 6-megapixel sensor. It has a teeny tiny screen on the back. It's still usable to review your pictures, you just don't want to rely on it. Now, why would you buy a 15-year-old camera? Well, let me show you some pictures here taken with the Nikon D50. Now, a little history lesson for anyone that's interested in my experience with photography. I used to have a Nikon D40 with this 50mm 1.8 lens. It doesn't autofocus on the Nikon D40, but on the Nikon D50, it has an internal focusing motor so that it can autofocus. This camera produces really beautiful pictures, unlike anything I've really ever seen, and it's got an old sensor. So here's the thing. There used to be sensors called CCD sensors. Now they're CMOS sensors. CCD sensors are more expensive to produce, but they render colors a little bit differently. CMOS sensors are cheaper to produce, and they're in most modern cameras that you have now. This has everything you want as a beginning photographer. Manual mode, aperture priority mode, shutter priority mode, program mode, auto mode, and a bunch of scene modes. Now here's the thing, why would you buy an older camera? Number one, the rendering of the colors. Number two, it's cheap. Number three, it's a great way to learn photography on an old camera that's not a mirrorless. You're gonna be advertised mirrorless cameras and you're gonna want to buy one because of all the amazing features, but you honestly don't need that as a beginning photographer. I've been shooting photography for 22 years and I can show you what I started out on. I started out photography on the PowerShot A530. This is the PowerShot A700, but it's basically a very similar or the same really camera. So I have a lot of experience when it comes to taking pictures. So in conclusion, I really think that you should pick up the Nikon D50. It's only about $100 with a lens, pretty much any lens you want, a 50mm, an 18-55, a 70-300. You'll spend around $100, and it's a great starter camera for anyone that's really looking to get into photography.